Good morning. We're back, and we're here to interview all the lorry truck drivers and all the Hardie Boys and all the people in the world. We may not get to the Hardie Boys, but we'll definitely interview all of the truck drivers. Don't. Sneakers. Another box? Nope. Okay. Let's interview this person.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool.
It's true.
Bang, 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 bang!
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout a brewing.
Whip him out. Well,
Don't shoot,
that was
officer!
weird.
Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
A shakedown.
Good one, officer! You're a funny guy! Now, what can I do for you?
This isn't a joke. Give me money. No. I'm just kidding. I'm really here to shake you down for some answers to official police questions.
Then fire away, officer.
Far away, far away. What kind of stuff are you selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
No shame, only freedom. Where'd you get these comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have a permit to sell all that?
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Kim, is this true? He doesn't need a permit to sell?
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
Good for them.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Oh, wait, but what are we doing here if there's no permits? Look at Kim and the police insignia on his sleeve.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I'm not, however.
He just came right out and said it.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer state.
A gossamer state. You're right. This is cool. I'm part of a hip, thin, almost non-existent state apparatus. What does that mean? So cool guys protect businessmen while everyone else lives in the ruins. I can think of cooler things. Yeah, so could I. But you're a foreigner. I'm protecting the business interests of foreign nations. Then I'm protecting a state lawlessness. I'm not an officer of law. I'm an officer of common anarchy. Anarchy! Okay. Gossamer state. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. It's what lets independent entrepreneurs like me sell quality goods at competitive prices.
Gotcha. Is there a discount for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
That's all then. Let me ask you something else.
Anything for you.
The food packages you're selling have humanitarian aid written on them. Why?
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
I think one said not for resale on the packaging.
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy.
And who is your supplier exactly?
Oh, he's a good guy. I think you'd get along. I'll let you know the next time he's around.
Interesting.
Hmm. Yeah. How do you protect people from criminal salespeople who are selling like milk filled with lead or bags of flour weighted with rocks so they could overcharge you? If you have no authority over the commerce of stuff. Oh, then again, permits are usually just a way to like weed out competition. Like, I live in a state that does a lot of licensing for all kinds of stupid ass shit. Like, you can't mow people's lawns without a license. Or whatever. It's so, weird. I don't know. Business shit is boring. Nobody cares. Let it all burn. Where are you from, Seelig?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now.
But-
all Revachol.
But you're not a local, are you?
Very sharp, officer.
Mm.
I'm Serais from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerainty, you know?
Apricots are delicious.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
Fraught. Does that mean like, problematic?
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Sigai.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
I want your money now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
I don't know. It's just the only thing I could come up with in my head to ask you. I need to get money somehow. Because I want you to bribe me. I'm a police officer, remember? That's what you're supposed to do around here.
But officer, bribe you to do what?
I don't think you really understand how bribes work, detective.
I don't either.
Sorry, detective.
That's okay. The man grins as if the entire incident is already forgotten. Well, at least he's nice about it. He's like, I don't want you to do anything. What do I need to bribe you for? Alright, I'll look around, thanks. Oh, wait. I'm gonna ask him about the murder.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Never mind. He knows nothing about drugs or murder, apparently. Maybe, like me, he's already forgotten. Stop between those trucks down there. Smokes, get him. Get him. Oh my god. Damn. Look at me.
Yes?
Oh, tell me.
No response.
I think you
He
show
just
you.
arches his brow.
I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
What you doing, kitty cat?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
What's wrong with personal
Not a
affairs?
It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
What should I concentrate on?
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
Afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
Fine. I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
It's actually what you need to tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
Brief. Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Okay. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Really, why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
I was thinking maybe it could be sexy.
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
Cut this boring stuff off immediately. You know what this case is about.
You sure there's not some sex angle we should be considering?
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rites. We'll get on it immediately.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Wow, really? That's mega sexy.
No, not really. Was there anything else?
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit. Then hit him with it.
We're from different precincts. Why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know?
What do you mean?
I assumed you were in on it.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember being in on anything.
That's good.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecile cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it.
Yes. I am an unrepentant spoil sport.
What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
I wonder what this says about me that I was sent by my station. He raises an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move. Must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. I probably have an unbelievable kill count. I'm gonna leave while I was sent unspecified. I am the finest, a case-solving machine set to outperform you in every way imaginable. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style.
Okay. Style me.
That's funny. Kitty, what are you doing? Why are you playing with the mouse? It's not that kind of mouse. Oh, pretty kitty. You can't see her, but there's a pretty kitty right on my desk bothering me. Just bothering me. I love you, kitty. Good kitty. Okay. This is what a modern cop looks like. Loosen your shoulders. You should ease up a bit. You need more looseness. Let's see. You gotta look like this. You gotta put some disco clothes on.
In the new, 20 years ago. It's what a modern cop looked like then.
Damn you, Kim. Don't be so rude.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition?
Okay, enough of the
We should move.
Fine, fine, fine. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Maybe I'll think about this a little later. Maybe I'll think about this a little later as well. I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Come on, Lieutenant, open up a little.
If you insist. What do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad, completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
I'm not gonna call him a Beano. Glasses are cool.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
You don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
Anywhere from 30 to 60%? Kind of. Genetics are weird that way. It's not like pie. You can't just cut it up evenly. This is not an interesting topic. What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order.
Uh-oh.
Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
He's got magic eyebrows.
The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you. It's like you're locked down.
What is happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
Give up? There's nothing you can do?
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Boy, where'd the music just kick on? You ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
Music's weirdly loud, and I had it turned off. Alright, kitty. Yeah, I have the music turned off. Why did it do that? Am I about to die? Am I gonna die? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Why is it so loud? How do you know?
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
Okay.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Cool. That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
We turn that shit off?
Yes?
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're interesting.
You're kidding me. Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Okay, I'll ask those things later. I don't know what happened with the music, but that band is rabid in copyright striking, so... Or copyright claiming.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Do you finance these addictions, other addictions, with drug trafficking?
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
What? No, of course not.
Then what's your deal here?
Well, let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait, then why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
Working on these rhymes clearly leads to muscular atrophy. Make sure you don't get hooked on poetry.
Yeah, kids, don't get hooked on poetry. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Should we hit him with our... let's up our chances a little bit. Put on our best. I'm wearing a good perception hat.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Ooh, look at that.
What's up?
Let's try it.
Your best verse.
Aw.
You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
She broke me. She fucking broke me.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
No, Tommy, these are my rhymes. Listen, she fucked me till I bled.
That's
graphic.
In the name of God, what are you doing?
I will never be the same again. She's always there. Fuck the case. Fuck everything. Total doom.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
What a nice guy.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that?
He liked my emotional poem. I'm not gonna pass this.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you?
You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes with the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conversational skills, does it?
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
There's one that's like, men can't even talk to each other anymore. him up and around, up and around. The bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck. Okay.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea.
I heard the
It
critters.
looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Okay, little darling. Okay. Okay. What did this king do?
The more you ask yourself, the less you know. One thing is for certain, though. Your brain damaged. It's serious and permanent.
True. Okay. Oops. Do 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 do. Interesting this way.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is,
Snap
your
the
words
fingers.
fail to reach her.
Snap, 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 snap.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. I was actually hoping you could tell me that.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
What's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Where else would you be then?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Garro. Gabriel Buenguerro. She shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame. Take a look.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
So I take it you were in mask when you were young?
Someone was.
Someone, are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
Okay.
They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
They're coming. They. Who's they? Who's they?
All of what? The world. The present.
Hurry up, you're dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
Right. That's interesting. They're coming for you. I have a thought that sometimes this whole thing is like a dream as Harry is like dying somewhere, and the pail contains memories that can like muddle your brain and all this stuff. So they are coming for you. They being like the pail, the memories, the past, coming to swamp, run over you, and erase you, subsume them into themselves. I don't know. What's happening? Anyway, I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Maybe. Okay, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
Yeah, whatever's back there. So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
No.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Wait, you get high off driving a lorry?
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Hermenegildo. I still don't really understand this whole boyadero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that doesn't happen?
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
I think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
That's a good Nick Cave murder ballad kind of song. I'd listen to it. That's not where I thought that was going.
You have to understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her thing.
No, Kim, you hush.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Yeah, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
Should you drive a lawyer if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
Camioniers. I just like to say words. Sorry. What routes?
Lomonosov's Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge.
A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward.
The Transcatlia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
Bluebirds fly. Is that... Shivers? She's feeling shivers the way I'm feeling shivers. Is that the pale? Like... echoes? Interesting. I'm something of an expert on blacking out. You should take better care of yourself.
You're right, Loman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
True.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
No. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary. The great unrest. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
And where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
What is it that you're hauling? He doesn't know. I want to know if you be interested in smuggling some. I wanted to ask, I wanted to speak, clearly. I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
Why would I want to do that?
For commerce, the lifeblood of Asolas. For the glory of the world republic, liberation, and the spirit of the spirit and body. I don't know, the thrill of the criminal lifestyle?
Loman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Loman?
Drugs.
No, Loman. Diamonds.
Damn this. Make her answer.
Are you making fun of me right now? You better start complying. That's petulant. I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
You making fun of me right now? You better start complying.
I would never make fun of a real lawman, Sheriff.
Ma'am, you're not responsible for what the client puts in your lorry, as long as the seals are not opened. We officers know that.
Lay off her.
Okay, if you're not involved with the drug traffic, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Thank you for now.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Kim. It's hiding things from me. Let's go interrogate the other lorry driver. Just this guy.
Looking for something, Hunt? Tell me to fuck off again?
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
And how long has that been going on?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of, excuse me, what kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples?
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest. You were bested.
I wasn't bested. Well, you're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
You smell of booze and cigarettes. What's different about narcotics?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
But they make alcohol in Ilmara too. I was told they do.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez?
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you still hanging around for? Most other communers have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip Bois smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
The one reselling humanitarian aid packages?
That's the one. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
Sorry, kitty break.
Is your man alright? 100%. He's a lorryman selling his employer stuff. Broke the seals on his human ox lorry. No doubt he's selling drugs too.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Then I guess we need to pay Sealing a visit.
Guess so.
We're done for now. Oh, I should ask him about that.
Looking for something? Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
Okay. Never mind. He didn't move the clothes.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So, Sealing, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool.
Oh.
A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver's identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me?
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation in the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
You're wasting my time. Tell me the... Nah, I don't want to be mean. Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer. You've been selling his stuff.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver.
The lady
You're
driver.
better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Dazed out, strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
No, that's okay. I'll leave you alone for now. Okay.
Caustic echo. Splat. Splatity splat, Harry. You know what that means? It means the shit has fallen off the stick, and it's bad again. You lost something, and it's not your gun. It's not your badge. It's not your uniform. You can find all of those things. No, the charred echo was left by the one thing you will never find again. Not even if you dive into the sea in search of it. It's the love of your life, Harry. The scent is everywhere. The sound is in everything. The alarm goes off at 3.
Okay. Plus 300 experience on completion. Damn. Negative. A man it up. 3 points can stop her from leaving. All motorics learning caps raised by 1. Nice. No. Bonuses from the thought. White check failures heal all morale. +1 rhetoric. Mazov ethics. It's clearly a lie. Raz. Mazov didn't shoot himself. Reaction was on the counteroffensive. The state day police in Morova was surrounded. He was either assassinated or died in the bombing. You might even have evidence to support this somewhere in your brain. Mazov was never given a state funeral by the communists. Some people even say the body that was recovered from the ruins wasn't his. There. Good. Hero restored to glory. Carry on, comrade. Interesting. So, somebody on Reddit was talking about the fact that, how'd you say? Or positing the theory that before the amnesia, every skill was like maxed out at 6, and that he was actually like a genius, because the fact that he can remember all this stuff from encyclopedia proves that he just knows a lot of stuff, which makes sense because this is at its essence a Sherlock Holmes what would you say, clone, like Sherlock, or even like House, or one of those where you have this kind of unstable, drug addicted genius who's like super smart, and then this kind of less like more solid, stable, but less maybe quick partner or whatever. Him's pretty quick, but everybody likes whatever. But yeah, it's how would you say? It would make sense that he's a quite brilliant person when he's not completely addicted to drugs or whatever. Okay. I've never learned this one. You were promised a gun, that much is certain. This is why you became a cop. Yet here you are, loitering around with idle hands, like some sorry-ass loser from the street. Suddenly you're supposed to be solving cases by what? Like talking to people? How are you gonna believe that you can protect yourself and them from savages without a firearm? This ain't right. You need to think around this problem. You need to snap your fingers at people as you do. Interesting. I have one more point to spend. We want to level up sap. Whoa. I need to change my pants. My shoes, probably. I need more shoes. I don't want to boost up shivers. Or we can boost up rhetoric. Which, you know, it kind of makes sense that he would be, like, actually quite good, even at these things where it's, like, base 2. Because as you reacquire your memories, these things do just get better and better. Even your health, I mean, you take that one thought and, you know, suddenly your health is almost as good as your other one. You're not a fragile person who will die from sitting in a chair. Or talking to a lady and just keel over from a heart attack. Empathy is generally useful. Authority would be really nice. Anyway. Charm men and women, play the puppet master. Let's do a little charmin' here. Call your station's Lazarus. We can do that. Get 2 signatures, smoker on the balcony. That's tonight. Let's go talk to Everard. Everard? Or he leaves for the day. Oh. 3 T's. How idiomatic. Let's do that, because I'm really enjoying the craziness of shivers. The psychic emanations. Okay. I think he's there till like 8. I believe I failed this.
The payphone hangs me.
Pretty sure I failed it. It's a good one. Or did I fail it? I'm slowly editing, making shorts of all past stuff, and I can't remember if I failed that or not. But just in case I have...
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has... and as it's always been.
Yeah, he talks about... if you pass the check on the phone and you call the thing and ask him who you are, he'll look you up and then he'll tell you you have a video that's still out that's about an elderly man diagnosed with dementia whose daughter dies and his wife has left him. And it's something that you kept and held on to after your breakup and watched over and over. And I personally think that's significant. I think we'll get more into it when we talk more about Dora. If we do, I might have not done that.
Mr. Bois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Go over a few details concerning the murder again. Do I need to talk to this guy? Why did I come here?
Most certainly, Harry.
I should have...
Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you. By all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
Talk about my lost gun?
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Wait, the gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in?
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now, please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important, building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
I will not be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry, I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
Should I confront him about the drug trade? Let's wait until we have a little bit more. Hello? Okay. Yeah, some of the walking in this can be a little... It's not wonky, it's just, the angle makes it so it's hard to tell where you're supposed to go sometimes. And if you're on a mouse, it's a lot easier because you just click and just let him figure his way out. But I prefer to play with a controller, so I, you know.
The file cabinet stands
Oh, I
steady
need
as
some
ever.
volition.
The
Damn.
drawer slight.
Keep forgetting. Okay. I'm avoiding talking to the Hardie Boys, to be honest.
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the machine. Do you know what?
Yeah, get some booze. Yeah, alcoholic. Okay, I'm going to... Because things get too weird. What is this? It's bowl, they're spitting it. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and union placards. Stealing some money. Let's talk to Liz, the lawyer here.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten.
I just
I
wanted...
advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Okay. I just wanted to know more about the place before I checked it out. That's normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardie? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. You're sure Easilio mentioned something about a lawyer, Elizabeth someone. But you're too dumb to remember what it was.
Oh no. I should talk to Titus then. Maybe I should... Oops. Oh.
This is where you say your bit.
Okay.
He and his men carry themselves like giants. You'll need to prove your mettle to be taken seriously.
Detective.
Lieutenant Technology with a sharp nod. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Cross your arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We are looking for Titus Hardie.
First, we need to talk about your attitude. Nah. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Wants the world to know he's a macho man. Tobacco chewing and knuckle cracking. Who else do we have here? Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. A symmetric burn on his neck, resembling the letters loss. Has he tried to burn it off? Leave that life behind? And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardie, Captain.
That's such a like a Hardie Boys, like the actual the old children's novel thing, because they're like rich boys in private school, members of the rowing club. Titus, and he's like a brother named Tito or something.
In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important.
And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them's missing the odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardie?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Where's the 8th Hardie boy? I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you.
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardie boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardie boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire. He really respects her. She? So there's an 8th Hardie, and it's a Hardie girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardie boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardie Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardie sooner or later.
Okay. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
We've spoken to the head of the union.
Evrard?
Yes, him.
And what did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him?
Maybe.
Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well.
My back hurts, sorry.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
But there's a catch.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
So you murdered him just like that, no remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Let's see. Yeah, but those were bad people. Criminals. The scum of the earth.
Rest assured, lawman. None worse than our guy. He got what was coming to him.
And who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardie Boy
Arrest them all.
without arresting all Hardie Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
Let's see. Everett Clare runs the union. You answer to him, right?
You keep him the fuck out of this. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Evrard runs the union. I run the Hardie Boys.
When Titus Hardie says he runs the Hardie Boys, he means that in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acted as one man.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
And how long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Murderers?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
I thought you didn't work for the union.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end.
And
don't waste your last questions.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary, that's it.
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you
Wrong
start
question,
a
Kim.
strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Okay, and how would you know he was Special Forces?
Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Oh, back.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
Okay, right, but what did he do actually that was wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Yeah, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
I'm gonna ask for one last time, who did the dead man rape?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Not really.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
It won't be for long, she means. It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
It's too bad they're not real cops. They just called their buddies. They would literally just arrest all of them and hold them. She could blabber away about no one is responsible, and then they all get arrested for equal charges, I guess. And the rape victim would be the only reason that they could argue that it was some kind of self-defense move, but they won't give her up, which is stupid. Anyway, how did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
The lieutenant goes in for the leg sweep. Titus does not see it coming.
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
And Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out?
My fucking elbow, copper. Samaran boxing style.
And where did all this action take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Wait, what was the answer to the tied hands? Yeah, why would you tie his hands if you knocked him out? That's weird.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But...
Tell me who's solid.
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there. Tomato juice? Just tomato juice? A non-alcoholic tomato juice? What's the point of that?
Who's cracking under the pressure? Big guy. This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Hey you having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm wool cap.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
There's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you, too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Right. I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
How does the bullet in his head factor in?
Huh?
Oh?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
So what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
Let's not fail that for now.
Can I help you?
Well, my
Got
bill
the
for
20
tonight.
real?
Yeah.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Another thing. Great. I love the... Yes?
Did I talk to her?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Tell me about some cool cryptids.
No, you don't have any new winning tactics to get the woman to spill the beans about cryptid.
Okay. Let's do that annoying thing. I think I can try it again. Do do do. Do 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 do. I'm not playing the music because, frankly, I keep getting copyright claimed every frickin' 5 seconds for that copy for the music, so it's like, The
file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you. You're trying hard, but the data here is unbelievably dry. Something about containers. The drawer slides.
Okay, I'm going to try that again because I wanted to change my clothes and I forgot. I know, it's bad. But let's see. Reaction speed, logic. I like high perception. Oh, this is where the, you're too old for this shirt. I'm not too old for this shirt. Rude. Let's be more paranoid. There's an outfit for you. At the bottom, the Union logo and demand democracy.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you.
Interesting.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do list with a list of errands for Everard.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs, booze, blood. Remember, Leo, all items on the drawer. Finger pistols, 9mm. Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs real guns anyway? That conversation you just had? It would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at them. Note, 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight.
Okay. +1 reaction speed. Safety's always off. Empty hand slots give suggestion. Oh, so if my hands are empty. Interesting. Advanced race theory. Apricot. Scented one. Maso-socioeconomics. This is about my girlfriend. I think I'll hold off on this one. Well, I mean, I guess he got me some experience points. Let's... Oh, actually. Let's talk to Lee about the borscht. Maybe... Let's see. A composite eye of halogen lights watches you, emitting a low buzz. Kusvald means whale fjord in Arden. Ooh. See, you notice different things depending on your skills. That's kind of interesting. My rhetoric up.
You're back before the cargo container.
Nope, nope. Oh, sorry, Kim. It's me wandering around in weird circles.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up, who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Looks like the borscht is spiked. I'm gonna look into this.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Okay, I'm up. Bye. Later, Leo. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do. I feel like Skyrun's funny. Does he know anything about borscht? Get everybody all...
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
That weasel I visited, turns out he has one hell of a mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yes, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
I didn't even, do you know anything about the Hardie Boys?
Los Hardis?
Los Hardis.
They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Well, good talking to you. Gotta go. Bye. Later, Gator.
Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often.
You wanna tell them to fuck off?
No, you shouldn't. You're an officer of the law.
Kim, I think I should tell people to fuck off more often. It really felt good.
Not as a general rule, but that one was justified. Better to get the lay of the land before telling people to fuck off.
Fuck yeah, motherfuckers.
That's the spirit. Never forget. The whole world's a wooden house, and you're a goddamn flamethrower.
Do do do.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
I heard one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
Why? Do you know something? What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do?
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
Bah, emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
Who is this person? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too.
Who is she to
Now
you?
I see why.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
Believe us, it really is.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
He's right to be cautious. You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Not snitching, it's just a few questions, man. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Oh my gosh.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
So you're alright with others ratting her out, you just don't want to get your hands dirty?
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt, too.
She's a suspect. Let's see. I'll find another way. I'll drop it the matter for now.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
Okay. Racist man. Racist man.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Fess up. I know you've been giving me the run around. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Seelig didn't do it?
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? The lady driver?
No. He means la puta madre.
Ooh.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nods. So what are we... What are you doing? No, okay. Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Make him tell you what he knows.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady lorry driver. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you. I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Let's see. I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down. You hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Right, let's go. Let's take a look. It's in a book with pretty rainbow. We gotta go meet the cigarette smoking man soon. The smoker on the balcony, excuse me. The cigarette smoking man's the guy from the X-Files. Should I talk to her one more time?
The woman is still hung.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
Maybe if I talk to her if Kim's not there about reality. Or reality.
This green found, A to Z, contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers.
Try. How do you steer things with levers? Interesting. Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
How are we gonna get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Okay. A little bit of interfacing. Some logic going. Yeah, we're gonna need to be in our buff pants. Direction speed. Yeah, perception. Might. Gotta put our cop clothes on here.
This green found, A to Z, contemporary, is...
Let me... Oops. Physical instrument. By wearing anything that does anything negative to physical instrument. Nope. Okay. Just in case I whip it and die or something.
This green found, A to Z, contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. Pry bar in hand.
Oh,
you take
man.
a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now.
Really? Hit it again.
Another futile thunk sounds in the brisk coastal air.
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
So admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Stop and wonder, what is that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably grenade number 5.
Nice. Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Okay, enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
Well, what about the Speed Freaks FM? Is that one of the save stations here?
No, that's on 78.9.
Oh, is it now? Raise your eyebrow.
I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
Oh, why would anybody need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Really? Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
She has a fancy antenna that attaches to this to get her in contact with hundreds of other drivers. That's a huge operation. And it has a special key that's on her. Okay, what else is here?
The ghostly actresses and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat and the oddly bulging seat cover.
Let's see, check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why would anyone glue a piece of sandpaper to the gas pedal?
Sandpaper? A novel technique. Must be to offer some extra grip to the driver's foot.
Sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right side, right boot sole.
Yes.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Wait, the missing 8th Hardie here?
Looks like her, yes.
She's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful.
Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardie and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
I think the entire union is involved, maybe even all of Martinez. Not necessarily. The lady driver could have kept the drug trade a secret. This would fit with what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Let's see. Does it? Joyce just told us... Well, Joyce suspects they're running drugs through the harbor on behalf of the union. Like, the union is organizing this, or at least taking a cut and allowing them to do it. So she might just be a rep from a drug trade organization that works with the union and hangs with the Hardie Boys. They may not know, but she's there to run drugs, and the union is profiting from it to fund the union. Because mostly, I think they just want to take over the terminal and keep it for themselves. That's why they have such stupid demands that they don't think will ever get met. Well, they're not that stupid, I guess. They should have a say in how the company's run, but that's just me. But yeah, they are staging a coup, basically taking over the harbor, and they're turning it into a drug thing so that they can make money. Let's see. Not necessarily. Let's see. This would fit with what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions.
Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the center console, and a faint smell of perfume is in the air.
Peel off the cover on the passenger seat.
Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
Bon prise. Surprise. The lieutenant commends you with a shift. As you shift through the treasure, well worn and faded in the seat, fold open the topmost map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881. High above the mass of brown and red roofs, that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where does the road lead?
To Couron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Hold open the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. Wind rips through the empty hallways of the once great military hospital, now just a ruin under an overgrown park. Beneath the hospital, great sewer tunnels hum and vibrate with life of their own.
What does that sound?
The rattle of motor carriages and lorries driving through long-forgotten tunnels, lit by gaslights.
Look at the third map.
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Despite the cold, figures move about cloaked in shadow, their breath escaping in white clouds that fade into the darkness. Wherever you look, the night gives cover to her messengers.
Where are they going?
Travel from eminent domain to perdition and onto the main, over the River Esperance, on Route 881 to the Old South. The exit ramp is supposed to be shut down, but there's much activity. The road spreads like the tentacles of a great octopus.
What does all this mean?
It means that the smugglers are secretly using the motorway to transport their goods and materials. They've infiltrated East Motor Tract, most likely. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
And where does all the contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
Besmerti, that sounds vaguely familiar.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
What do you think is behind this?
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madre's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it. Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there.
Return the stack of papers under the seat.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick these up later.
The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use.
Pull out the pull-out toolbox.
The metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
Math does that.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Push in the pull-out toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back and enclose the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective?
Okay.
Before we return to Joyce? All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something the police would do. What kind of thing? What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardie Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Yes. A lot of ladies there, especially for a lady driver's cabin.
Yes, well.
What about the so it turns out this is connected to the Union?
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
All right. Let's... hello, we'll leave.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Please connect me to Station 41's Lazarus.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
I was told to call the Lazarus. People are worried about me.
Oh, it's you.
Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here.
Yes, it's a firewalker here.
Firewalker? Oh, yes, you are. Just don't breathe in the general direction of your fire feet. Actually, wait. Do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep, diaphragmatic breath in and...
I feel like you're making fun of me.
I'm the most serious person at the station, detective. Now, do you have any current, pressing medical problems?
I've lost my memory, all of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised? Okay, anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
I think I've had a heart attack.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Sort of. But by God, does it burn in your chest.
Yes?
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that.
That's the worst doctor ever.
Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
It's about time you died, sir. So, you know, be happy you're not dead.
Accept it. The body is an object, and objects break down. Do what good you can with yours, before the rest goes too.
Doc, someone broke my heart. He's like, who cares? Isn't there anything you can do for me?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
Yes, I want the truth.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
The money is probably going to some old, oily...
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate. It's
latte.
super glue, Doc.
Okay, I guess that's it for now. Okay.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
No.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
Lady just sweeps his hallway all day and night. Okay. This is the wrong side, Cindy the Skull. Why have you done this to me? It's like, yeah, sure, capo.
You hear someone, a poor...
Do you have?
Let's go.
Never failed that check before. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling in the city. Oh, I got a thing. Well, you know what? I'm gonna spend it on a point. What do I want? What do I want? Or logic, where I'm stupid. Empathy, so I can be kinder to people. Suggestion, so I can tell people what to do. Or shivers. Posure. Perception is a good one. Okay. Really? This guy... We want to impress him with our... I want to be logical. I don't even know what I want to be. Hmm. Oh, it shivers in esprit de corps. I think I don't know.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow.
No one.
We should return.
Tomorrow? Okay. Then I guess we will to Joyce. Yeah, damn it. Do do do. Ba da da da. Hello? I'm feeling the urge to put on my most high concept of clothing.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Sorry, I'm just fascinated by walls. Let's be smart with Joyce. We're not quite as dumb. But we're not too dumb. I don't want to be too dumb.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorrymen at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Wait, was that about what? What was that about, a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Revachol West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It'll be all of them. The decision is already made.
I have to say, this is not Disco.
It is very far from Disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
I can't see it happen. Too many things have to go wrong first.
Too many things have already gone wrong. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep that which is not from following suit. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What do these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching.
Oh, we did.
Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, Maybe on narcotics, too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the Colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This Colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
And his name was?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Courty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Courty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased's.
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
What are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
One must be the goon and ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens, no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel. I hope I can answer it better.
Okay. How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There is a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay. Squawk, squawk.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Okay, that's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Now can you tell me...
If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence, she wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman.
It was taken with a trigger not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet and observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Revachol, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Preto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Preto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Revachol on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
In Martinez, looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
I need the information.
Do what you have to do, detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Thank you. That's all for now. It's getting late. We will come up here. Oh, this isn't where I wanted to go. Do 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 do. Do do. There's something down there. Like what? Maybe I need... Musty smell of a potato cellar in spring emanates from the air vent. Maybe I need a flashlight? I don't know.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and, alright, maybe not healthier, But it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Call her again.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Last time we talked, there was some confusion. You got me mixed up with someone else.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Didn't you already say that the last time we talked?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing, the way her voice drops when she finishes the sentence, sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
It doesn't matter what I say, you're just gonna continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box. Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Is it over? Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
Say nothing.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You're recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Anger boils up in your chest.
Just a recording, and here I thought... Why does it still feel like it's my fault? Go ahead, ancient recording, cry then. Just a recording, and here I thought...
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Keep listening.
A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anybody there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head.
For 300 years I have been here, volatile and luminous, made of sodium and rain. If you want me, you can find me on the beach. Dans la dernière balle.
On la dernière balle.
So...
The strange alien thought pattern ends. The lieutenant cuts in, inspecting the intercom. Dawns in the dernier ball. In the dernier... Is that like behind or rear? Oh. Dernier. Dernier. Meaning? It's giving me definitions in French. It's not helping me. What is dernier? Final. In the final... ball translation to English, please. Last ball? gonna be in the last dance. The last act, maybe?
It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Wait, a recording trapped in the circuitry.
I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
He looks at the sea almost wistful. Something weird just happened to me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
Okay. Oh my god. Let's see.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Inside the furnace?
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity.
Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
This sounded real, not imagined.
Those voices I heard, maybe it's the malignant entity Plaisance said lives in the chimney.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
True.
Then what was the chatter you heard?
Hello!
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then...
Hello?
Hello?
And it's a woman. Of course. The malicious entities are always women.
Calm down. It's just a lady. This is the police. Who's there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Okay. Last time I kicked it with my foot, I died. So we won't do that just in
The bear's
case.
eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
All right, let's bag him, Kim. We'll take him away. Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
I don't think I have anything.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
Let's send Kim away.
If possible. Also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, we'll send Kim away, and then next weekend we will spend the evening alone, getting some nefarious things done. All right.
All right.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
I can drive him to processing today, no problem, since we stalled with this. But this does mean I will be gone for the rest of the day.
Oh, you'll be gone, eh? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case, tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Let's do it. Okay, Kim. Doo-doo-doo. Alone again, alone again. Anyway. That is going to be it for today. We'll be back next weekend. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, check out my TikTok. I make shorts and stuff. It's cool. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.